Hi guys, Paul here.
Joshua.
Maniacs Meat, episode 25. 25 episodes.
I think it's been 25 episodes the last 5 episodes.
No, that was 23 and 24.
Okay.
Actually, it was 24 and 23 because someone fucked everything up. Just the whole sequence was fucked up. Yeah, that was you. But now it's 25 and then 26. Now 25 is kind of a milestone, I guess, if you really want a quarter way to 100. But at the same time, let's not go too crazy. Let's be a little bit lugubrious about this. Let's calm down. It's just like another episode. 25.
Just another fucking day.
Another day.
We have Justin tonight.
Justin's here.
Say hello to everybody, Justin.
What's up?
Yeah, hello everybody.
It's been about 5 episodes you've been missing now.
Exactly. I think that the mojo.
Two.
Do you feel the mojo might be back?
I hope so.
Well, we're Weezing the Bruce tonight. Two films with Bruce Campbell that most people don't talk about. Actually, the one is very hard to find.
We've come to learn this.
Without
yes.
paying for it.
I can't believe you paid for it.
I did. I had to watch it. Ish. Well, I kind of skimmed through it. Mindwarp. We're doing Mindwarp right now. And Moontrap. Let's start with Mindwarp. This is your first watch?
Yes.
What did you think about Mindwarp?
Mindwarp was a well-played movie. I like the post-apocalyptic feels. Bruce Campbell's performance, as always, is very incredible, and it's different than Ash from Evil Dead.
Yes.
Which I love because he's known for his movies or being Ash, and I feel like they hold. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love Evil Dead movies, but I really feel like that's the only thing people know him for.
Yeah,
like that's the only thing he's ever done in his fucking film career.
Or Ash for Evil Dead.
Yeah, no, he stepped outside his boundaries with Evil Dead, you know, and done a lot of other well-played, you know, not only movies but TV shows. Briscoe County Jr., Xena, Hercules.
Sundown.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff the guy's done, and you know, the guy has more talent than what leads on.
No, we will say this is only the first of the Wheeze the Juice,
Absolutely.
Wheeze the Bruce episodes. There are going to be other Wheezing the Bruce. So, but I just wanted to throw these two out because I have them both on VHS. I like them, and honestly, they're really good. But no one talks about them.
Never.
I find Mindwarp to be one of my favorite Bruce Campbell films besides The Evil Dead. It's just one of those things.
What brings Mindwarp to the table for you to make it?
Mindwarp, just the atmosphere of the whole thing, the kind of like, you know, the outer worldly kind of atmosphere, you know, that kind of Mad Max kind of vibe.
Oh, yeah.
I like his acting. He has a seriousness. He has a lot of like, actually action sequences where he has to beat the shit out of somebody. Then you have the torture sequences where he gets all the bugs in him and stuff. Then he gets all twisted when he gets all that, the bugs take over his body and gets all mentally fucked. But the movie as a whole is well written, well made, and I think today, if it had the budget, it would be like a fucking blockbuster film. I just think the only lackluster thing it has is just made at a time and a place where money wasn't flowing into the cinema market. If you know what I mean? Because Angus Scrimm was amazing in it.
Oh, that was another good role. Once again, he's one of those actors who's only known for the Phantasm franchise, where he did other really good movies. Kenny and Company was an awesome movie. You know, that's one of the most underrated movies I think ever.
He was great in this one. He was absolutely great in Mindwarp.
Absolutely.
I love his outfit, the fucking whole cloak with the big long fingers and stuff. And they don't give a fuck about this film. They cut up kids. They fucking rip the kid's eyes out and just shove her through the fucking industrial fan and cut her all up, and they're like,
they drink her blood.
Yeah, and they all have to drink her blood. It's like, it's so sick. I mean, it's one of those films that is like non-stop craziness, and like all the mutants underground. And like it's a
bunch of toxies. Just running around
honestly, like it's one of those films. Like the budget must have been pretty high, even though the budget was low.
Man, I didn't even bother looking up. I forget what the budget was on this.
Do you have any notes for this film?
I don't think I have any for Mindwarp. I know the notes for Mindwarp was Bruce Campbell met his soon-to-be future wife at this time on this movie. She was one of the set or costume designers, and she was the head sewer, I guess.
The head Swiss.
And she taught Bruce how to sew, and gave him some tips on actually acting on this movie too, as far as like what you would do as far as survival with clothing and stuff.
Yeah.
So I thought that was pretty interesting. I don't think there was much more for this movie.
What do you think about this and getting ripped off by The Matrix?
Yeah, I really think whoever wrote The Matrix really referenced Mindwarp. It's crazy because in the movie they click into a computer. You know, they all have these little ports on the back. Nobody really deals with regular reality. They all live virtual reality. And your virtual reality realm, you know, you can manipulate it however you want, and do really whatever you want. You know, this one girl, that's why the base of the story is she's bored with virtual reality. She wants to explore real reality. She wants to feel real sensations and stuff.
There are people out there on the internet that review this film and like make fun of different parts of the film and make fun of everything, but they don't understand. I think there's a lot of film reviewers out there who review shitty films that don't appreciate shitty films.
They don't.
They just do it to make fun of them.
Yeah, they do.
The thing is, like, the mother is supposed to be drab. She's supposed to be kind of like lethargic because she's addicted to this thing. She has been killed inside. She's literally lost the will to do anything else but live in an alternate reality.
Well, yeah,
she's not supposed to be a bombastic, dimensional character. She's supposed to be like, whatever, just give me my drug, let me go back to bed. That's where she's supposed to fucking be. Everybody is on point with this film. They act accordingly.
Yep. The only thing I had a problem with this film, not even as a problem, and maybe I just am really smart sometimes, but I was able to put things together. I kind of knew who was where already, or they knew who the killers were and everything. But I guess when you watch a lot of these kinds of movies, you can kind of do that.
Yeah, but at the same time, one day we don't know, honey, he just disappeared. Well, you know he escaped, and that's where he's gonna go. But at the same time, there's a twist ending. There is a twist ending of this film that you don't expect. You don't expect the twist ending so much because then it was all just a dream, and he was there the whole time just testing her, and then he takes over his position and stuff like that. At the same time, that isn't as easy to see as maybe as you're gonna run into the father. Like that is easy to see, but the other endings is not so much. And I don't know. I don't know if people like the ending. I don't know. I liked it. It could have ended just simply as she takes over, like from the father in the chaos realm, and everything would have been good. But then her taking over as like the head controller of the infamous or whatever, like
Infinity Realm
or whatever. It just works well. I just like it. I just like the film. I think it's a really good film. I remember buying this because I found out about it on the internet. Like, oh my god, Mindwarp! I never heard of this, so I bought it. As soon as I watched it, I was like, this is an amazing fucking film. Why the hell does no one know about this film? This is awesome. I've had this for about 10 years now. I love this film. And then absolutely same concept with the next one we're going to talk about is Upside Down, which is Moontrap. Another film I heard about. I found it on VHS on eBay. I bought it and watched it. I'm just blown the fuck away. So, what's your final thoughts about Mindwarp?
I like it. I give that as a moviegoer, militant movie buff like myself, I'll give that a 7.5.
Yeah, I could give that an 8. I'm going to give it an 8. I think it's one of Bruce Campbell's better films, honestly.
I wish more people would venture out of the Evil Dead realm and experience more of Bruce Campbell in other films.
What are some of your favorite Bruce Campbell films?
Right now, my favorite is Moontrap.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. That was also my first time watching that movie, and I love space exploration. So to have space exploration, aliens, and Bruce Campbell,
it just goes together well.
It's just an awesome pizza of just epic proportions.
I would say in Moontrap, he's very much Ash from Evil Dead, though. He has that kind of quirky character.
Yeah, he does some one-liners.
We're talking about Evil Dead 2 now.
Yeah.
We're talking about slapstick Bruce Campbell. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I love Man with Two Heads.
Yes.
I love My Name is Bruce.
Brain.
The Man with the Screaming Brain. That's right. Man with Screaming Brain. My Name is Bruce.
My Name is Bruce.
Mindwarp. They're just all fucking amazing.
Yeah, the Screaming Brain was really
We're gonna do Evil Dead 1, 2, and Army of Darkness again later as a trilogy of Weezing the Bruce. But right now, there's just so many other films that he does that I think we're gonna tap into before we actually hit that.
I agree.
I think we're gonna run the gambit of Bruce Campbell films that are not Evil Dead before we actually do that.
I think we should go through the list and then finish off with Evil Dead.
So now, 1989's Moontrap. Go.
I love this movie, like I said earlier, and I love for starters, I want to point out that the creatures in it have a virus feel. Remember the movie Virus
Yes,
with Jamie Lee Curtis and Donald Sutherland? Mm-hmm. The creatures remind me of that. At least the first one does, because you remember in the beginning of that movie, it took the corpse that's 4,000 years old and used it and made it like a machine out of itself. Mm-hmm. You know, it had the skull and the rib cage, and it was weird, and I thought that was awesome.
Right.
And once again, it's one of those things where I wonder if the people that wrote the movie Virus referenced this movie, because that's what happened in Virus.
Right.
You know?
Exactly.
Like, someone probably thought, like, that's a good idea.
That's a good idea. We'll make that better. We'll take that and make it better.
But I love the cast. Who's the guy that sides with Bruce Campbell in that? I forget his name. He's awesome in this movie.
Yeah, he almost has like a slightly German.
Walter Kio of Star Trek.
Yeah.
I can't say his name.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's in it, and
it's Walter Koenig.
Yeah, sure, him. And he's really good in the movie, I think, too. I think he kind of balances Bruce's sarcastic.
No, he does. He's very straightforward. He's he's almost like German-esque in the way he.
Absolutely, he's kind of like Buck Rogers, and I think Bruce is kind of like a sidekick in it, even though Bruce is kind of cooler.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like
and because he's kind of like, you know.
Yeah.
He kind of evens it out.
Walter Koenig's more like Marvin the Martian.
Yeah.
And then there's Campbell's
like
more like
Doc
Dodgers
yeah.
Dodgers in the 21st century. Yeah, but I don't know. It's just there's nudity.
Yes.
There is nudity in this film, so there you go. You couldn't find nudity in the first film, but there's nudity in this one.
We should have a Booby and Bush scale.
The Booby and Bush scale. The Booby and Bush scale is higher on this one than the first one.
Yes.
They randomly come across a woman that's in homeostasis. They revive her, and it's kind of weird. I mean, like, because Bruce dies in the film, just like the other film too. They don't make it to the end. He dies.
He does.
And it was a big, we're not gonna take no shit from no machine. That kind of vibe that they have going on, and they revive this woman, and then they call her Mira, which I have to assume it's a kind of like the Vera thing from Planet of the Apes. If you know what I mean, like the whole kind of thing. But they revive her, and then he's like, oh, boy, Ray's dead. I revive you just so you can die with me, because there's no way out. You know what I mean? At first, it seems really grim. But then, I mean, it's a long film. I mean, it's a really long film. It's a lot of build-up. They ended up getting out. They hijacked the bad ship that's on there, that they found out that's on there, because of course everything tracks back to the moon. There's life forces on the moon. There's skeletons all over the fucking moon.
I love. Oh, I know, it's so awesome. I love the one scene where it's like the ship on the moon, and they're looking at it. And Bruce is like, I don't know if I want to take that on right now. He's just like, no, we got to. And he's like, I don't know if I want to.
I'm not sure if I want to do that right now. Yeah. I like the fact that Bruce Campbell comes back as a corpse on top of the fucking alien monster. Mm-hmm. Ah! You know, it's just like, and then he's like, right, what the fuck they do there? I'm gonna kill the shit out of these people.
Now, I want to say this about the movie, not so much about the movie, but I have an idea, a theory. And I'm into conspiracies, and Paul, I know you are too. I hear conspiracies about alien structures on the moon. When NASA went up to the moon, they said they saw the castles and stuff, and corpses and aliens and whatnot. Do you think, because I'm only hearing these conspiracies for the first time in the last probably, 15 years maybe. Do you think those conspiracies are fake and built off of this movie? Or do you think those stories are true and the movie's built off of them?
Wow.
Because I've never heard the conspiracies, like I said, for the last 15, 20 years.
I've never seen a single piece of evidence that would say that there is anything structurally on the moon.
Oh, I have. There's whole documentaries out there, but
I have not.
But because like when I watched the movie, I've seen footage of the Apollo 19 missions that that no one ever heard about, where they go to the moon and they actually, and that's why I thought it was ironic is, and the footage they show on the spaceship, they bring actually a female body on board. That's in like a homeostasis state, like. And they're photographed her and taken. It looks weird. I mean, it's not. It has human features, but it's like really weird in color. But they found it on the moon, just like they did.
Well, at some point in time, the moon had active volcanoes on it, and if it has active volcanoes, it must have some kind of atmosphere that it could grow off of. So who knows what kind of life was on the moon at the time? So what the fuck? Who knows what went on then, but there was active volcanoes, so there was, hydrogen, burning off carbon dioxide. God, yeah, you could have made oxygen, could have had some kind of river system, could have had things like that. I know they call them seas for certain reasons, but they could have had some kind of climate at some point in time that could have spawned an existence, which kind of propagated into some kind of humanity, which could have probably propagated some kind of, social system and infrastructure.
Remember Buzz Aldrin and all those guys came back saying they had saw structures on the moon?
Yeah.
They didn't say it then, but I mean, they said it later on in life.
Yeah, I've never heard them say that, so I don't know anything about that. Like, when you look up at the moon from here, you just see a bunch of fucking craters. And there's so much where you can see visually craters on the moon. So, I mean, like, if there were structural objects on the moon, you'd think with a high-powered telescope, you should be able to spy them from your own mind's eye. Unless they're on the dark side of the moon. And then we have to ask Pink Floyd about that.
Or the Nazis.
Yeah, or the Nazi Pink Floyds.
They have the moon bases.
Hello. Those kind of things. You'd have to ask them. So, and then they only comment. They really come back with the whole Pink Floyd thing. So, and then you don't know what they're saying because it's all like
just like that. You got any little tidbits on this beautiful film?
I watched it and I own it.
That's a good one. Do you have any tidbits though? Any little
Moontrap notes? Someone else took notes.
I don't know if I have notes on Moontrap or not.
Some professional person took notes.
I just want to stop and show you this though. Look at my fucking.
Oh,
that's awesome.
Herbert West.
Yeah.
Reanimator.
I love Herbert West. I think I have a slight attraction to Jeffrey Combs.
You should suck his dick.
I won't do that. Maybe a reach round, but definitely not do that.
It's gonna work up to that.
Someday.
Yeah.
Someday. We got,
Let me just look at Armstrong.
No, I only have notes for Slasher, or for Slaughter High.
Well, apparently someone never took notes on anything.
Where is Armstrong? I tried to invite him today, but he wouldn't come.
No matter where he is, he's under me. So,
he is the only guy that looks up to all of us.
Yes. Anyway, I have no idea about this film. Yeah, I don't know.
Watch the fucking movie.
A routine moon mission turns into a fight for survival as Star Trek Mr. Chekhov, Valdr Koning, is in this thrilling outer space adventure told with terrifying believability. Something has been awaiting for astronaut Jason Grant for 14,000 years, and now he must single-handedly defeat an army of robots bent on Earth's destruction. Authentic space technology and award-winning special effects highlights this journey to the outer limits, making for a sci-fi event of the year.
I want to say this much before we go any further. No, go ahead.
By the end of the film, they actually end up... One of the pods ends up on Earth by accident, even though he brings back the alien, the almost like the Challenger or the event, the actual space station that we know now, actually picks him up and saves the day. And then one of the pods ends up on Earth anyway.
In a junkyard.
So there's like going to be Autobots fucking everywhere.
I love how you see the metal going, and then all of a sudden as the camera pans away, you hear fucking like drills, and it's building something.
Yeah.
It's going to come alive.
So basically, it's going to end up being Autobots by Michael Bay.
Michael Gay.
Transformers.
Transgenders
more than meets the eye. Adam Apple in disguise.
So Mindwarp was put on by Fangoria.
There's something between your thighs. You
got this down. You've thought about this song already, I know it.
Yeah.
Anyway, Mindwarp was put on by Fangoria magazine, one of the 3 of the trilogy they put out back in...
Oh, really?
Yep.
Okay.
That's a Fangoria movie, and K&B Special Effects did the special effects for the movie, which is...
K&B.
Mm-hmm. Which is...
Didn't they do
Nicotero? Yeah, they did a whole bunch of movies.
They did Nicotero.
Nicotero, Howard Berger, and Kurtzman.
Mm-hmm.
did the special effects. So I think that's pretty cool. And then Fangoria got on that fucking bandwagon of making horror movies again in the early. Like,
Yeah, but they're all shit.
They're garbage. Like,
Yes.
fucking like Roadkill and shit. That
Yeah.
movie fucking sucked.
No.
I like the idea, but it was
remember those Masters of Horror series
Yeah.
by Fangoria? They were all shit.
Yeah.
Every single one of them.
No,
was
there
shit.
was a handful. The one Angus Scrim was in was good. The one he did, what was it, The Fair-Haired Child, I think, maybe? No. He was in the one, though. He played some crazy old dude up in those sticks. And the one guy done by Tom Holland that did Fright Night, he did one with the Ice Cream Man. It was like some haunted ice cream man. That was pretty good, too.
Sounds like shit.
Sounds like shit.
You already did an Ice Cream Man.
You're not allowed to
Clint
fucking...
Howard.
Yeah, but that's not the same thing. It's like
Clint Howard.
He's like a ghost or some shit. Or
He's
demon.
like Clint Howard's ghost.
You can't even say anything. You like Fright Night, and you have to support everything Tom
I
Holland
love Fright
does.
Night. Doesn't mean I have to support anything else he does.
You do, though.
No, I don't.
That's the rules.
No, there's no rules. No, like, yeah. Toby Hooper did 3 good movies. The rest of the scene he did was shit.
What's 3 good Toby Hooper movies?
4 good Toby Hooper.
What's 4 good Toby Hooper movies? Shoot, go.
4 good Toby Hooper movies.
Go for it. Go.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre was good.
Okay.
Funhouse was good.
Okay.
Invaders from Mars was good.
Okay.
And Eaten Alive was good.
What about Poltergeist?
Fuck Poltergeist. That was a shit fucking flick.
What?
I hate that fucking film.
You're a fucking cock.
This is a fucking stupid ass
No,
film.
it's one of the greatest fucking films ever graced the fucking scene.
Ooh, Poltergeist. Oh, it's stupid.
Justin?
Native fucking burial ground
It's
crap.
been 30 years since I've seen it.
It's a fucking dumbass
Why do
film.
we invite him?
If I want to see him, I'd watch fucking Coach. He's better than Coach.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. Coach.
Coach is so much better than Poltergeist.
No.
I would watch.
You don't get Tangia in fucking Coach.
I would watch a fucking episode of Coach over Poltergeist any fucking day.
You don't get Tangia in fucking Poltergeist.
You know what?
Or in
You
Coach.
know what you don't get in Poltergeist?
You don't get
An
Kane.
hour and a half back. Fuck Poltergeist. Go in. Fuck you. Fuck this thing. Poltergeist sucks. There's a couple films that just are fucking garbage. It's not that fucking good. Shiny isn't that fucking good. Poltergeist isn't that fucking good. Omen isn't that fucking good. And The Exorcist isn't that fucking good. Just fucking deal with it, you
I'll
pieces
say
of
this
shit.
about The Omen. The 4th movie was the best out of all of them with Sam
Because
Neill.
Sam Neill's fucking awesome.
Yeah. The 4th movie was the best one.
Anything that you hover around like the Christian boogeyman doesn't affect me because it's not fucking real.
Yeah, but
It
Sam
doesn't
Neill
fucking
is
scare
an
me.
awesome villain.
It's fucking bullshit.
And I love when he does that thing with Jesus, the fucking crucifix and shit.
Fucks him.
He like butt fucks it and shit.
Fuck
And he whispers
I
in his ear while
if
he's
we're
fucking
butt
it.
fucking Jews, I'm watching. But other than that, I don't give a fuck.
Sam Neill's just awesome. And then he plays fucking that dude in Jurassic Park. It's like, how'd you go there?
Did you see the fucking thing where they mashed up that?
Yeah.
With Goldblum and he's breathing on his chest? It's like, oh, that's a big pile of shit. Dino droppings?
Well,
Dino droppings?
I'm sorry you didn't like Poltergeist.
Now, Poltergeist is a whole nother piece of classical genre we'll get into later.
I want to show everyone my fucking... Look at that.
Look at that.
You can't see.
It's off. It's off. It's on.
You can't even see it.
You
It's
can't
so
see
awesome.
it. Yeah, it's because it's all retro.
I love that as a painting, though.
It looks better like without the shiny camera.
Yeah.
But what is it? I can never remember.
Are we ever going to do... I think what we should do is we should do an episode of sequels that are better than the originals.
Sequels that are better than the originals, he says. He says, with that kind of continuity in his voice.
You know there's some movies out there that are better than the sequels.
What would that
Or better
be?
than the originals.
That's a bit of Yeah.
Bride of Reanimator was epic.
But
Reanimator's good.
No, it's Bride of the Animator's not. But no, that's not the sequel.
What do you mean it's not the fucking sequel? It has the whole same cast in it.
No,
What do you mean?
no, I'm just giving you shit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But
Poltergeist 2 was way better than the original.
Troll 2 is better than Troll 1. It is. It is. And it's sexier. Nilbog. Get that corn in you, you fucking bitch. Get that corn. It's fucking hot.
Goalies 2.
Ghoulies
It
2.
was way better than the first one.
Now we have to do part 2s. We can't do part fucking 3s, 7s,
No,
8s, 9, 10s.
no. It's just strictly sequels.
I don't know.
Ghostbusters 2.
Better than Ghostbusters 1, maybe? Do you think so?
I think so because that's when they had a better budget. They had you had more of backstories on stuff with like, that's when they introduced the Tobin Spirit Guide and stuff when they were talking about.
Stay Puft Marshmallow Man?
No, that's the first movie.
You don't know.
What?
What?
And they had
Vigo.
Vince Clortho. No, it's Vigo the Carpathian.
Oh, Vigo! It's so good. Yeah, I get it on that.
A child.
A child.
A child?
A child? And then, no, fuck part 2. Fuck that dancing toaster piece of shit.
No.
Fuck that dancing. You know what? I'm gonna ban the whole fucking scene for that dancing toaster piece of shit. I'm just so upset. But
No.
look, the good vibes. It makes the toaster. And I'm like, fuck you and your dancing toaster.
That was such a great scene, though.
That was worse than hanging black people.
No, the
It
fucking
was.
scene was so good
It was so
because I
horrible.
love
Jump the monkey.
Bill Murray and that he's just like, this is what you guys do when I'm out, not here at night and stuff, and like, yeah, we say mothering, nurturing things to it, and sing to it, and Ray, you're not sleeping with it, are you? And Winston looks at him. He's like, "Oh, you dog,
Oh,
you."
you dog, you.
And then all I could think about is Stan just dipping his balls in this fucking
Dip his
goop at night.
balls in
Just
it.
going,
He's just lubing his fucking cock with that ectoplasm.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. The second one.
He is a Canadian, so he's
Oh,
fucking
fucking
ripped.
A.
He'll fucking stick his dick in
That's where they
anything.
fucking go to Timmy's.
Dead moose and it looks like someone went to Tim Hortons today.
Fucking
Holy
Timmy's.
shit. Oh, someone's got a little bit of extra sauce on his fucking whale tail. Holy
What?
shit. What?
That's not a bear claw. It's my wiener.
Oh, holy Yaki Shacks.
So we'll figure it out. We'll do
Oh, guess what?
what?
The Ravens won the fucking NBA championship.
The Raptors.
The Raptors, that's it.
I don't even watch sports. He's like the Ravens.
The Ravens. I
hope no one sports
Oh,
oriented
you
watches
know why I
this.
call them the Ravens? Because, say, we are the North. Not one of the motherfucker in that team looks like they're from the North, if you know what I mean. They look like they're from Africa. This little, holy shit. The Great White what? Not there.
I didn't know they were Canadian. I didn't think the Raptors were Canadian.
Apparently, Ontario's in Canada.
Are they the Ontario Raptors? Weren't they? They were owned by another state, though, weren't they, for a while?
Eh? No, don't talk to me about sports.
I don't know sports.
I don't know
either.
sports at all.
I sucked that down.
All I know is, take this win.
I know
Ontario.
hockey.
Take this win. Oh, let's talk about hockey for a second.
Okay.
Take this win, Ontario. And maybe one day another miracle will happen where you'll actually beat an American team at the fucking sport you invented. You pieces of shit.
They didn't invent basketball?
Hockey.
No, wait. Who are you talking about?
Ontario, Canada.
Oh, okay.
Has never won a Stanley Cup against an American team ever.
I don't know. I'm a Penguins fan, so fuck
Ever.
everyone
No,
else.
fucking Penguins. Pittsburgh
Fuck the Jazz, too,
represent.
fuck the
Fuck-
Jazz.
Well, fuck the Jazz anyway. Fuck them.
You don't like a nice smooth jazz on a Sunday evening?
I like acid jazz.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're going fishing still?
I don't know. You didn't bring any fucking beer.
I brought the worms. We
We
could hook one of them sausages out there and fucking...
sausages. One of them goddamn sausages.
I think we should put a sausage on the end of that fucking drill. And just... That's what we call a drill dough.
Drill dough with one of them sausages on top.
Justin, I'm glad you're here tonight, man.
I'm glad I'm
Yeah.
The producer. We needed the fucking producer.
Do you think we offended some people tonight?
But we're not dressed like Nazis, so no. They were
No.
really upset by that.
They were upset by that. Well, one person was. No one else was. I got fucking subs from that.
I love one too, and they go cringy.
Cringe.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, it's supposed to be cringeworthy. That's the fucking joke, you dumb fucking nutty bitch.
Is it really a joke though?
It is a joke.
Well,
I'll
it was a joke we couldn't really avoid, so we just made it the joke.
We made it the joke. Look at me.
Like our movies are as bad as our podcast, kind of thing. Like we can't-
Actually, worse.
worse.
We are worse than the movies we
We
represent.
really are bad.
And we're gonna get into 30 minutes in 5, 4, 3, 2. Watch that finger. Bye.